Hey guys, in today's video I am going to give you few very simple tips so that you can get lots of blooms on your Ixora plants. Like my other videos, I am also going to transform one of my plant, and please trust me that you are going to see exactly the same thing whatever you have seen on the thumbnail. And this way you are going to know everything about like how to grow and care for your Ixora plants. Alright, let's get started. Before repotting my plant, let me give you the very first tip. See, just after buying the plant from nursery, you would like to repot it, right? So at the time of repotting, please don't go for a too big container. I mean, if the plant was in, let's say, 4-inch or 6-inch of polybag, that time please use maximum 8-inch of container. If you use too bigger container, let's say 10-inch or 12-inch, you may not get the blooms in that season, and this is really very important. As you can see, I used here a very small container. This is just a 4-inch of container, and this is a part of one of my vertical unit, and you can see it's blooming really very well. And that's why I am saying you please don't use bigger container for the first year. However, you can definitely use bigger container the next year. So this is the plant that I am going to transform in front of you. Please note that I got this plant last year itself. It did quite well, and like as always, it came in a black polybag. It was a 6-inch of black polybag, and I just repotted it in a 5-inch of container. So this year I am just going to give it somewhat bigger container, and for that I am just going to use a 8-inch of container. For the potting soil mix, I am taking 3 different components in equal part, where one part is normal garden soil, other part is coco peat, and rest part is vermicompost. Instead of vermicompost, you can also use compost cow dung powder. Next, I am just going to repot my plant, and I hope you can just follow me. Repotting is done, and next thing is really very important. Please note that this is the second tip, and we need to do it to get lots of blooms on our plants. So the things that we need to do is pruning. Please note that Ixora plants blooms on the new growth, and that's why if we prune our plants, it's going to produce more number of shoots, and as a result it's going to look bushier, and finally we are going to get lots of blooms. If you want to prune your plants, spring season would be the best time to do it, and you can just take a look how I am going to do it. Okay, so this is how my plant is looking after pruning, and hopefully it's going to grow bushier in coming few days. Almost everything is done, and next I am just going to water it. Next I am going to keep the pot on terrace, and there it's going to get whole day of sunlight. Please note that Ixora plants bloom well even though if you are providing it, let's say 3 to 4 hours of direct sunlight. However, the amount of blooms may be less comparing to a plant which is getting the whole day of sunlight. Here is a very important thing I would like to inform you, and please note that this is my own personal opinion. I haven't found it in any books or even online. See, if we are expecting lots of blooms on our plants, then I believe that our plants should be the high quality one. Now let me give you one example here. This is one of my Ixora plant, and you can see it's blooming really very well. Now let me tell you that this plant doesn't get the direct sunlight for even a single minute. So just assume, I mean, it's blooming extremely well even though it doesn't get the direct sunlight, and that's why I am saying quality really matters. By the way, this is one Bengaluru variety of Ixora plants, and it was quite costly. I mean, it was 500 for a single plant. The third tip would be fertilizing your plants properly. But anyway, please note that Ixora plants are not that heavy feeder. So if you fertilize them, let's say once in 30 or even 40 days, it's absolutely fine. You don't have to worry about applying any kind of other fertilizers. And for the fertilizers, I try to do it this way. See, here I am taking 25 grams of bone meal and other 25 grams of mustard cake powder. If you want, you can also add near about 30 to 50 grams of vermicompost, or even though if you don't use it, it's absolutely okay. While applying any kind of fertilizers, always please consider the size of the container. So let's say if you are growing your Ixora plants in 6 inch of container, that time 25 grams of mustard cake would be bit high, and that time please use maximum 10 to 15 grams. To apply the fertilizers, it's really very easy. Just remove the surrounding soil at least half inch to 1 inch. Then add the fertilizers and then cover the fertilizers with the same soil, or you can also add fresh soil. And please don't forget to water your plants just after fertilizing. So guys, this is the result after 110 days. Quite a long time, right? But anyway, I am really very happy that my plant is blooming like this way, and I hope that you are also liking it. So you just need to do the 3 things properly, and I am 100% sure that you are also going to get good result and get lots of blooms on your Ixora plant. However, there are few more other things that we need to do, and those are also actually important. So let's discuss about all the other things. So the next important thing is proper watering. Please note that Ixora plant is not a water loving plant like hibiscus, so take time in between watering and let the topsoil dry out a bit. When you see the topsoil is getting somewhat dry, that time please water it. I was keeping my plant on terrace like I said already, so I had to water it daily because in summertime it's quite hot in my place. However, whenever I keep my plant in my balcony, I water it once in 2 to 3 days because my balcony gets only the afternoon sunlight. Finally, the last important thing that you need to do is protecting your plants from different kind of pests attack. The most common pest that you can find on your Ixora is the aphids, and to protect your plants from the aphids, you can use neem oil once in 7 to 10 days. I already have a video where I have shown the best way to use the neem oil, so please watch that video simply clicking on the I button on top right corner, or you can get the link to that video in the description box as well. So guys, this is all about how to grow and care for your Ixora plant, and at the same time how you can get lots of blooms on your plant. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please do me a favor. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And many thanks for doing that. Thank you once again for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. Have a great day and enjoy.